Hello friends, this is Partha Datta. In today's video, we will see about quality sleep. We'll discuss and see about quality sleep, its benefits, prerequisites and techniques. It has been observed that as we age, our sleep quota gets reduced due to number of situational, mental and physical conditions and also few new developed habits. But surprisingly, this problem has also crept into younger generation where they are awake till the wee hours of the morning. Sleep is the most crucial part of our rest. It is during sleep that our body is most active in strengthening muscles and also losing of fat. We must therefore make sure that we are getting ample sleep. General recommendation is to sleep for 7 to 8 hours. However, everybody is different. But approach is to evaluate the quality of sleep and make sure that we feel refreshed after waking up. There are few breathing techniques which, if done before going to bed, improves the quality of our sleep. For quality sleep, we need to adapt technique that slow down the sympathetic nervous system. This nervous system is governed by our left side of the brain. It is a system that causes, and if we this techniques that slow down the sympathetic nervous system, it's a system. If we can change our senses from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic nervous system, that is from to the right side, then it is a system that causes relaxation, tranquility. That is what we want to be. The problem to the sympathetic system is that when we are anxious, worried, have fear, have pain, because of our body, it tries to find out where it's coming from. That is interpreted by our brain, and the brain then sends out different chemicals throughout the body, causing it worse and worse, never allowing it to shut down. If we can change our body's chemistry by increasing the parasympathetic nervous system, if we can reverse that sympathetic system from continuous pumping out adrenal causing our body to become jittery, we will make a tremendous change in restoring health and longevity. In various research and experiments conducted by renowned international institutions, it has been found that just like in our brain we have a clock that makes us go to sleep and wake up each day, the same brain clock sends chemical signals to the rest of the body. Similarly, every organ in our body and even every cell in our body has its own clock. It means that just like our brain clock makes us more efficient in solving problems in daytime, and also so the brain needs to sleep at night. Every organ in our body has its own peak performance time and certain time of the day, and every organ needs to sleep or rest and rejuvenate at another time. If see in our body, as per the, if you see the yogic system, the yogic anatomy of our body, then the left side, which is the sympathetic, from that side there is a energy channel, in Sanskrit we call the nari, which comes out of that sympathetic left part of our brain, then crosses through a point in between our eyebrows and passes through the right nostril, and it joins at the Muladhara chakra of our body. And another channel, energy channel, which starts from the right side or the parasympathetic side, passes through, again crosses through the middle of the eyebrows, a point which is known as the Agna chakra, passes through the left of the nostril and joins in the Muladhara chakra. If we can thus, with the help of this nadi or the energy channel, if we can shift our senses from sympathetic to parasympathetic, our brain will become cool. There will be a break in the connection between the brain and the body, As a result, there will be calmness and tranquility. So this channel can be activated, this shifting can be activated, can be, initiated through few breathing process. So in these techniques that we will discuss today, we will see these breathing techniques only. Now for this, first of all, we need to understand what are the benefits, why we are talking about quality sleep. We need to know about what are the benefits. See, if you see the benefits, the first and the most important is weight loss. Studies have found that poor sleep is associated with weight gain and a higher likelihood of obesity in both adult and children. Leptin is a hormone released from fat cells. It suppresses hunger and signals fullness in the brain. When you do not get adequate sleep, the body makes more of ghrelin and less of leptin, leaving you hungry and increasing your appetite. The second is there is an increased rate of metabolism in our body during sleep. Also, the third is we have a tendency of a balanced diet. If we have a proper sleep, mental health improves, our mood improves, our memory gets sharper, detoxification happens during sleep, hormone production gets enhanced, and immunity. Your immune system relies on sleep to stay active and healthy. Brain function improves, and also it leads to a very healthy aging. For a good sleep to happen, we need to first cool down the internal body temperature, which rises due to the digestive process after dinner, then try to lower down the mind body connection and get ourselves in a relaxation mode through slowing down the breathing rate and relaxing our muscles. Before we get into the breathing techniques, let's note few prerequisites for quality sleep. Now the first point in prerequisites for quality sleep, number one is dinner should be the lightest meal of the day. As we have discussed that while while the digestion system takes place, heat is generated. So until and unless this generation of heat, the duration of generation of heat is shortened, your body cannot be relaxed. So to do that, you have to have a very light dinner. So it is said dinner should be the lightest meal of the day. The next one is do not go to bed immediately after having dinner, because of the digestion process going on. If you lie down, that digestion process gets hampered. So need not go to bed immediately after having dinner. The next one is drink water. This is very important. Drink water minimum 45 to 60 minutes after dinner. Our initial digestive process generates lots of heat, and if you drink water during this period, it suppresses this process and produces gas that may trouble your night. The next point, after dinner, always walk for about 30 to 45 minutes. Don't do brisk walking, you can do the normal walking outside your house, or during the present situation it's better you can do this walk on your terrace, veranda, balcony, or even inside your room. This speeds up the digestive system in a very systematic way. Now the next point, also a very important point, stop watching TV, fiddling with your phone, working on computers at least 45 minutes before going to bed. The rays from the screens and the electronic waves affect our mind, causing a disturbed sleep. Also, never keep your mobile phone switched on while going to bed. TV, laptops, computers, Wi-Fi should be completely shut down. If possible, unplugged from the switchboard. If you are charging your mobile phone or laptop, make sure it's in some other room where no one is sleeping. Now, the next point is always wear a loose dress, preferably cotton, airy, comfortable, while going to bed. The next point, have a glass of plain water before going to bed. It may be half a glass or a full glass. Plain water, just have it before going to bed. Always try to sleep. The next point, always try to sleep with your head towards east direction. It's best direction to sleep. Next is the northeast. West is alright. South only when if you have no options. North is totally no. Never sleep with your head towards north, as it may result in very disturbed sleep with all kinds of dream happening. Rise in your blood pressure may happen, increase in flow of blood in your brain, which the very minute and thin veins will not be able to hold, which may cause stroke or hemorrhage in long run if you continue sleeping with your head towards north direction. As sleeping with head in north direction causes imbalance in the magnetic field of the iron content in your blood, influenced by the pull of the magnetic north pole of the planet Earth. But if you are in the South America or Australia, then should not sleep your head with your head towards south. It is in the northern hemisphere that you should not put your head to the north. Now we will be starting the first technique, that is the pace breathing. We call it a pace breathing. This is a technique wherein we are going to breathe through our nose for 5 seconds and exhale through our mouth for 10 to 15 seconds. And while we are exhaling, we are making a sound from our mouth. Ah, oh, This should be a bit elongated. You have to stretch it. This you have to exercise, you have to do for 5 minutes. So 5 seconds you inhale through your nose, then 10 to 15 seconds you take to exhale through your mouth while uttering this sound ah, oh, As you do this, after doing 5 to 6 times, you will find your system immediately calm down. It's better if you can do this 3 to 4 times a day, and if it is not possible, especially before going to bed. Excellent breathing technique. As our body needs time to undergo a change, so do this daily with patience before going to bed at least. You have to sit in the yogic posture, cross-legged. If on your bed, you can sit and palms facing upwards. Body should be loose, every muscle should be loose, and comfortably your back should be erect, head straight. And don't force inhalation and force exhalation. Very gently you have to inhale 5 seconds, concentrate on your breath while it's going in and going out. This also creates a very nice vibration from your throat to your head, your skull, kapala. After this, we will do another breathing technique which is known as 4-7-8. Here is a bit typically different. You sit in a Vajrasan, because Vajrasan I prefer always after dinner and before going to bed, because it is a very good exercise for digestion. Anyone who is having a constipation problem is also a very good exercise. Relaxes your and stretches your legs, ankles, thighs, everything, your glutes. Your body should be loose but back comfortably erect. Here you have to, with the tip of your tongue, touch the point where your upper tooth is meeting your gum inside. That point you touch and press, and you breathe through your nose, taking say 4 seconds, then hold for 7 seconds, and then breathe out through your mouth, making a sound in 8 seconds. Just see the demo. And throughout this routine, your tongue should be touching that point in your upper tooth, where your upper tooth is the middle upper tooth is joining your gum. This decreases your stress, help you sleep. You can do also in a normal yoga sitting posture, also cross-leg posture also you can do, but I will always prefer to sit in, especially Vajrasana after dinner. But also all these asanas and breathing exercise techniques you should do at least after 1 hour after dinner, so that your stomach is somewhat empty. This you can do for about 5 to 10 minutes as you prefer. Do it in a very relaxed way, but your back should be always upright. So 4 seconds inhalation, 7-second count, and 8 seconds exhalation. Exhalation has to be through your mouth. Now we will be doing the next one is the normal Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Sit in a yogic posture, cross leg, in Padmasana or Siddhasana or Kushasana. Put your hands on your knees with facing upwards. One thing you should remember, when your palms are facing upwards, open upwards, always your capacity to inhale increases. That will increase. See the finger arrangement. With your thumb hold your right nostril, through your left nostril you breathe in, say count of 10, breathe in, hold for 3 count, and through your opposite nostril, that is through your right nostril, you have to breathe out. And why you are doing this? Your left nostril you should block your left nostril with your ring finger. Thumb you should always block your right nostril, and with your ring finger block your left nostril. And again when you exhale from your right nostril, again from the right nostril you have to inhale. Again for 10 to 12 count you inhale, hold for 3 seconds, and from your opposite nostril, that is left nostril, exhale, count of 10 to 12. It is the alternate nostril breathing, that is Anulom Vilom Pranayama. Right nostril with your right hand, thumb, block your right nostril, breathe in from your left nostril, hold, then with your ring finger block your left nostril and breathe out or exhale through your right nostril, and from the right nostril again inhale, block your right nostril with your thumb and exhale through your left, and this will go on one after the other in a systematic way, smooth way. Do it very gently. Your body should be relaxed, back only has to be comfortably erect. And while you are doing this, you are using your right hand for blocking your nostrils. Your left hand should be on your lap, palm facing upwards. This also you can start with 5 minutes and extend it to 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Excellent exercise to activate your left and right energy channels, which are known as Eras and Pinglas, the nadis. It's for the general health. Is an excellent exercise, breathing exercise for your general health, and it calms your body down, calms down your body. You can, if you are doing this Anulom Vilom in the morning, then you need not do this again in the night. Automatically you will get a good sleep in the night. So once a day if you do it, because there is a question of time constraint also, so once a day is enough. Now we will be doing the next exercise, breathing exercise. Now we will start the fourth technique, that is Chandra Bhedan Pranayam. Sit in a yogic posture, Siddhasana, Kushasana, Padmasana, or any asana or Kushasana, or any if you have got some problem sitting in cross leg, you can sit on a chair also. But I would prefer always to do this in Vajrasana. because it helps in digestion. And after dinner, it is very important. Here in Chandra Bhedan Pranayam, we will be with our right thumb of our right hand, we will be blocking our right nostril, and inhalation and exhalation. You see how we have arranged the fingers. Now with your right thumb, we will block our right nostril, and only through the left nostril we will do slow and deep inhalation and exhalation. Only one nostril, that is the left nostril, we will be using, and continuously through this exercise we will be blocking our right nostril. Repeat this for 5 to 10 minutes. You can start with 5 minutes and then you can take it up to 10 minutes. This exercise cools down your body, relaxes your mind. Slowly you will start feeling sleepy. After 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes, when you do it, you start feeling sleepy. This pranayama lowers blood pressure, improves heart condition, takes care of acidity related problems, and provides many more benefits. Very good asana. For especially cooling down your body before going to bed is very much important. One more thing, if anyone is suffering from hypertension or very high blood BP, they can do a little change in it. That is, after blocking the right nostril, you inhale from the left nostril slowly and deeply, very gently, and then with your ring finger block your left nostril and exhale from your right nostril. Then again block, but inhalation has to be always through the left nostril and exhalation right nostril. This is only for the people who are suffering from hypertension or very high blood pressure. That is, with thumb block your right nostril, inhale from left, then with your ring finger block your left nostril and exhale from your right nostril. Again block your right nostril, inhale from your left nostril, and then block your left nostril and exhale from your right nostril. That is only people who are suffering from hypertension or high blood pressure. Otherwise, exhalation, inhalation and exhalation both through your left nostril, and you will be blocking your right nostril. And left arm, left hand, you should be keeping on your lap. You should keep on your lap with the palm facing upwards. Your back should be straight. Relax all your muscles and slowly inhale and exhale. Start for 5 minutes and then you can take it up to 10 to 15 minutes. Very good exercise, breathing exercise before going to bed. Now we come to the fifth breathing exercise, that is long exhalation. This long exhalation is the count or the seconds we will be taking is inhalation time is 6, count or seconds is 6, or we can count 6 during inhalation, holding for 2 counts, and exhalation will be 12 counts. Here we are increasing the exhalation. You see, you must have noticed when we are stressed, or tensed, anxiety, we do, deep inhalation, but our exhalation gets shortened, resulting in imbalance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in our body and brain, resulting in mental stress, enhancement, rise in BP level, and many other complications. So here also I will prefer to sit in Vajrasana, or you can sit in a cross-leg position also. Here you have to slowly count of 6, do slow and deep inhalations in a way that your chest swells like a balloon. Then hold it for 2 seconds and then slowly again exhale for count of 12. Both inhalation and exhalation has to be through your nostrils. Now we will start Sambhavi Mudra. Sit in a yogic posture. Focus, your eyes should be focused in between your eyebrows. You arrange your finger, that is your thumb and the index finger tip should touch and form a circle. Place them on your knees, palms facing upwards. And both your eyes, you focus at a point between both your eyebrows, and then do Very slow and gentle inhalation through your nose, count of 10, and then again slow exhalation through your nose, count of 12 or 15. Do this for 5 to 10 minutes. You can start with 5 minutes and can extend it to 10 minutes, 15 minutes. This exercise, while doing this, your eyes are focusing on a point between your eyebrows, while your brain or your mind is focused on only on the breath that you are inhaling and exhaling. You totally focus on that. Slowly the air is getting inside your body and slowly it is going out. Focus on your breath. Excellent exercise to cool down your brain, your body, and the entire balance of energies inside your body. All the energies in your body get a very good balance, and also there is a balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen inside your body and mind. And after this, when you do this for some time, after you feel very relaxed, all your muscles get relaxed, your mind gets relaxed. Your mind, this asana, also enhances your memory. If you do it in the morning also, it enhances your memory. And after this, you should lie down on Savasana, that is facing upwards. You should lie down on your bed, all body loose, muscles should be loose, and you maintain that same breathing momentum, that is slow inhalation through your nose, count of 10, and exhalation through your nose, count of 12 to 15. And when you are doing this, slowly you will not realize when you have gone into a state of deep sleep. And in the morning when you get up, you feel charged up and relaxed.